Hey everyone, it's Tunic Falconate. I'm back with another episode of my Amarriner Cup run. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I mean, it's to be honest, this was I was out of town and I was doing this low key in the background during like a business trip type things. So not to like put excuses or anything, but I don't know if that was like the best idea for the semifinals of a tournament against a 1300 rated player, but anyways, and I might have already given up the game there. Anyways, so finale Emilia is this map. It's got a couple comm towers. Well, it's got two labs instead of an HQ. Um, it's really spread out and annoying looking. And it's got two black boats, and which honestly, that's my bane. The bane of my existence is maps with lots of ocean and transports and black boats. I got it a little bit better at it recently, but like, still, I don't, I don't like, I don't like transports very much, especially the fucking aquatic transports. I know, I hate them. Um, but yeah, the reason we both picked Adder was because this is a map with two airports. Not that you're gonna have enough money to use them both. But it's also a very large map. Very meaning that because it's a big map. What that means is infantry engagements are going to be a bigger deal. So someone like Adder, or maybe even like Jake, but Adder especially because he gets the extra infantry move with his powers, is pretty good on this map. Jess isn't like out of the question. It's just there's a lot of infantry engagements that she's going to be down on, meaning she's going to have like supplemental recons or something like that in order to deal with some of this stuff. And like, yeah. What she does get is she gets guaranteed wall breaking, which is good and all. But that's just guaranteed, right? So Adder can still do it. I think it's like a coin flip that he wall breaks. Let's see. Yeah, it's 42, 49. So that's 92, meaning he needs a total of 8 luck, which is like an average of 4 on both rolls. So that's about what you might expect on average. So it's not like out of a question for him to get a easy wall break. And yeah, that's, well, I don't know. It's something that you should be expecting. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Because this is tier 4, this is definitely a map that would be interesting to play as Sammy. Just because it's spread out. I'm not sure if she would be good on this or not, though. I think Max would be good for tier 2. Probably. Because you could just bully with tanks. Yeah. I think that's what the play would be. It also has a little bit of a second turn advantage, which is because player 2 starts with the infantry here, they go into the lander right away, and they get this base before player 1 does. So that's the second turn advantage. That's why they have a 2% extra win rate. I'm not sure it matters all too much, though, but it is a little bit of a factor. And yeah, this was created specifically for Amarriner Cup, and I mean, I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I don't really like it, as I said, I think before, it's got black boats and they're the bane of my existence. So And it's a 2 lab map. Actually, that by itself probably means Sammy's not very good. Because she has to capture two of these to win. But oh well. Oh, I should turn on the replay music. Okay. So, open up here, we've got some pretty basic infantry movement going on. And excuse me. As you can see here, my opponent's going to get his base a little bit earlier than I do, which, I mean, it's a bit of an advantage, but it's not like outplayable, right? So it's not the end of the world, honestly. In a mirror match like this, it sort of makes it a bit more relevant, but yeah, it's not like that crazy of a thing. So yeah, I go for the recon here early on. I think I'm kind of in Jess brain mode at this point, because recon's like essential as Jess, especially on a larger map like this, to protect your infantry. But I'm playing Adder, so recon isn't really necessarily what you want. I mean, it's decent, because you can use it to block cities and stuff very easily, and just cut off your opponent's infantry and stuff as well anyways. So it's like, it's not bad. And against Adder, it's pretty good as well, because he can't really... he's not guaranteed to one-shot recons on road with his tanks day to day. But it's sort of never a roll. But yeah, honestly, I don't know if I like the Adder mirror match that much, just because of how much luck is involved. But on average, I feel like it's gonna end up being the first striker who wins usually, which is sort of how it's meant to be anyways. So it's not like that big of a deal, honestly. My opponent's going for the mech here, which is an interesting move, and you'll see how well it ends up paying off later on. But I think it's a pretty good move on his part, because he's basically thinking 20 turns ahead at this point, I think. You can tell that I didn't really do much prep for this map, which also was a mistake, considering it's like the last non-finals match in this tournament, but oh well, whatever. So refueling my black boat with the other black boat there. Looks like the animation's got a little bit glitched there. Oh, they got really glitched. Okay, I think they're back now, though. So yeah, he's taking an early infantry engagement here. It's pretty good from the mountains. That's like not bad. And there's not really much else for this infantry to do other than interrupt that cap. So I think that's a very good move on my opponent's part. So I'm moving in fast defense. Like, even on... Here's the recon's putting in a little bit of work here because it's blocking the city from capture from these guys, but like it's going to get zoned out by these tanks pretty soon. So it's not going to be that much of a factor here. I mean, it's even getting pushed out by the anti-air a little bit. And my opponent went ahead and did this preemptively so that if I decide, I can't really build it. He's basically locking down my airport right now, which is very important on this map because if you can lock down this forward airport, that's pretty huge, because in a large map like this, you can't actually just build the battlecopter and then it can just dart away from here if you don't have the anti-air here in time, which you'll actually see from my side here. Yeah, so there's my anti-air. It's a little bit late, so he's going to be able to build a battlecopter and it's going to be able to get out of the way there and actually escape my anti-air's clutches. So Anyways. So he's moving in with the tanks here. He's got a pretty good tank formation here as well. Because like, I could move in, but then I lose a tank. And Adder doesn't really have enough firepower, which is the issue, like, to actually deal with something like this, which is the main issue. And then he's using this force to his advantage as well, so that he's blocking off my tank from actually being able to get decent first strikes here. Because if I were able to get 2 first strikes this turn, that'd be at least decent. But I'm not really in range with most of my tanks in order to be able to do that. Here. And as you can see, you went for a battlecopter because my anti-air is still all the way over here. It's playing catch up. So. Now I'm moving a little bit aggressively with this guy, I guess. Oh yeah, that's why. I went mech battlecopter this time. So the battlecopter is sort of to guard this tank, because I think the idea that I was going for was I might be able to scare him off a little bit. And I think I did end up doing that. Okay. So remember what I was talking about wall breaking earlier? Yeah, that's what happens here. Is he got the average luck rolls. So as long as you roll like at least average on your luck rolls, you'll be able to get the kill there. So as long as you're not being unlucky, basically. Which is why you go for that there, I think, every time. Just because it's so huge to get that first strike there, potentially. Right, so. You also moved in with his infantry as well in a bunch of places, so I'm playing catch up in a lot of areas here. And I don't have the tank here to ward off his tank as well, so he's able to move in against this cap there for 3, and yeah. He's got an artillery out actually because he couldn't afford an extra tank, but like at this point, tank artillery isn't a bad so it isn't a bad build order, honestly. So I take that stuff out and then I pop sideswip. So I get a little bit of a counter push here against his infantry, but like he's got enough units here where it's not going to end up mattering, really. I mean, it's nice, but yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna move this guy there, which is it might be in range of that anti-air, considering that my opponent's gonna have a power here, so he's gonna be able to move in really easily with his extra move, take out the infantry with his infantry, and then just get a 3 copter kill there. So yeah, and then his copter's actually doing work here while my anti-air is still chasing it around still. So trying to get back here. So as you can see here, my opponent's just completely wipes the floor with me here. And yeah. So I think I resigned here after doing a couple more engagements. I went for the Neo tank because like I was behind and I figured may as well go Neo tank. I'm not sure if it'll be able to make a difference here, but not making that much of a difference. So yeah, that's that's the ending of my Amarriner Cup run. I guess it's a little bit I don't know, it's a little bit of a letdown. I honestly should have prepared a bit more for it, but meh. I don't know if it would have mattered much anyway, because Sneagle here is a very good player, so I do think Adder is probably the correct choice. As I said earlier, Jess is an option, and I think she has a decent win rate as well. Yeah, she's got 55 compared to Adder's 53, which is like within striking distance. The main reason I picked Adder was because of all the infantry engagements, not that I really paid enough attention to it for it to matter, but Yeah, I think biggest mistake here was I overextended a bit here with my tanks here. I was assuming because of Adder's bad firepower that he wouldn't be able to break through here, but I forgot that luck is a thing. And even with a 10% firepower, it is possible to break through. Without the con tower, I don't believe it is. Yeah, it's 38 plus 43, so that's 70. That's 81, meaning you'd need a total of 19 luck, which just isn't happening unless you're like, no, which that was like not standard anyways. So, but yeah, that's the end of my Amarriner Cup run. Now let's take a look at the bracket real quick, just to wrap everything up. So yeah. I will say this first Amarriner Cup tournament was really fun. What was this map? Harsher Truce. I love the black squares. Let's see what the rules in it. I mean maps and bands. So Harsher Truce. Okay, that's what this was. Oh yeah, it was the mixed base one in which I was able to take out Kindle and Slash. That was really fun. Map 2 was a Bond Bolt mirror match on Kraden's Justidium, which is also really fun. Partially because I did early recon, and that was a good way to win there. Round 3 was Tonali, which I won because Sammy is busted in standard. 4. Oh yeah, this was the Olaf thing. That was also a fun match. And finally, this match, which I mean, to be honest, I probably should have prepped a bit more for it. But whatever. There'll be more tournaments. There'll be more tournament games. So, not Glenstorm, though. I already lost my first one in Glenstorm because I'm really good at Glens, you know. And I think I'm gonna be out of Quack Cup 2 pretty soon as well. Let's see. Where am I? Well, it doesn't matter. I will be putting out the Quack Cup 2 games soon. That is an interesting one, but so I guess like and subscribe and all that nonsense if you're interested in more tournament games. Yeah, Quack Cup 2 is interesting because it's all mixed base gimmick maps with Luxios enabled. Oh yeah, it's tags as well, which is fun. It's been fun working on that. But anyways, as I said just now, if you enjoyed, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that other nonsense, and I will see you guys in the next one. So goodbye.